Oh, does that mean go?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, and is that too loud? Sorry.
No, go ahead. You're good. You're good.
Hello, and welcome, one and all, to this extravagant episode of the Vulture Culture Podcast, the only podcast where you get to hear three best friends talk passionately about many different topics through the endless ocean of creativity that is popular culture. I'm your host, Sirplaysalot HM, and today I'm joined with my two co-hosts and aforementioned friends, RoxyReviews and EvilSpirit Gaming. Say hi.
Howdy, howdy. Roxy.
Internet.
This is where you say hi.
This is where you say hi.
Just my internet.
Oh, this is great. That was a beautiful introduction, by the way.
Thanks, I had that in my head for a month.
Hey, you know what? That's fine. And hey, you know what? It actually makes a lot of sense because today's your episode. So, this is gonna
Today's
be
my
cool.
special episode.
We've been teasing this one for a while now, and I'm excited. Ooh. I'm very excited actually because this is something I actually had to think about for a while, like a long time.
Man, I'm so excited for the gameplay. Excited for the gameplay in the background of this episode to be the Owl House game on fucking Disney.com.
Oh God, I don't know how I'm gonna get some
That's
of this
when we get to
footage.
the outhouse. For the in-between sections, for the beginning and end sections, it's gonna be Gex. Since he goes to TV land.
I don't know what the intro is gonna be. Maybe it'll be Gex. Maybe it'll be. I don't know. I was gonna make a joke and say me throwing it back, but I don't wanna give people the idea. So,
I'll throw it back.
no, we're good. We're good. But yeah, today we are talking about the 5 best TV shows, which
Our
is
favorite TV show.
our favorite TV shows. This list,
Which is
oh, sorry.
my idea.
Yep, Sirplaysalot came up with the idea, and to be honest, when they did, I had a conniption because I don't really watch a whole lot of TV shows, and also I wasn't trying to step on anybody's toes. Where like, oh, they had this show on here, so I didn't want to be like, oh, I want to put it on here because this is the show I like because I know that other people have their own shows. Oh,
I've already had this list planned out for since late March, early April. The only things that's changed since then are the number 5 and honorable mention.
the only this list. Oh my god, this list took me a while to get done. Because originally, I guess we should.
Oh, I didn't actually make my list. Shit.
Well, do you know at least what's in your top 5 favorite TV shows?
I can improvise.
And just make sure it sticks to the criteria. Which should we tell them
As
about
long
that?
as I've seen all of it. So there are probably exactly 5 shows that I've seen the entire run
Yeah.
of.
Had to see the entirety
So-
of,
Yeah,
and
the
your
criteria was 1, you have to have finished or at least catch up on the show, and 2, no cherry picking seasons, so has to be the whole thing. Which
So,
is good if there's a show like that outweighs. That has so many good seasons that it outweighs the bad.
yeah, basically.
Uh,
Roxy's over there getting sent to the negative realm.
Roxy's.
Roxy,
Oh no, Roxy's abstracting.
Roxy's going to the internet.
And
Roxy.
into the cellar you go. No, Kane, no.
Michael, don't leave me here.
Oh no, guys! I mention help!
All right. Well, so yeah, the criteria.
Guys, be good. I'm not complaining. Don't help me.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna do something real quick before we get started.
Oh, we're gonna pause the recording.
Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to turn that off. That was getting really loud.
Okay.
I'm trying to make a list. I'm trying to make a list right now.
Well,
And
I thought you already came up with your list.
you at least have the ideas. I think
No,
there's
don't worry. Don't worry. I'll be the one who goes first. At
yeah.
least because my favorite shows are listed in my DeviantArt bio. So if you're from there, there's no suspense.
And if you watch probably uh if you go onto like some of my man, I don't know where I listed any shows I've liked because like I mean I don't really watch TV. It's mostly just because like the last time we had cable was like early 2017. So like no, we had it for longer.
My family just uses Hulu now
Um,
for instead of cable.
my family switched from that to buying a bunch of subscription services. And you know, a lot of the shows I've watched are on streaming.
now I'm
so-
trying to just scramble through our DMs to see if I've ever actually made a list.
You did tell us some of them. So it might.
I think you did tell us what number 1 was.
Yeah.
Yeah, number one I already know.
Also, I should mention that during the while we were in a VC one night with me, the crew here, Roxy and Sirplaysalot, Panther, and Guy Who Exists, we were all talking about what our guesses would be on there, and
Yeah, so
some
if you're in
guesses.
live chat, this is your last chance to guess.
Well, I do have what they guessed here in my phone that they guessed that night. So I'm not gonna say what they guessed, but stay tuned to the end, and I'll reveal what everybody guessed and who got right, who got wrong. And oh my god,
Yeah, shit. I can only think of 5 shows right now that I've sat through the entirety of. Given I like all 5 for varying reasons, but I can only think of 5.
well, we'll start with our honorable mention. So does the honorable mention also have to fit the criteria, or would that be the exception?
No.
Okay.
No, the honorable mention can be whatever you want.
Okay, cool. I love my honorable mention the most, to be honest, because it's so fucking hilarious. Well, without
Okay, so we're starting with that.
Yep. Without further, I'm going to save the honorable mention to last, but this is cool.
yeah.
But now, without further ado, let's get this list started.
Sirplaysalot, hit us with your best shot.
Honorable mention. So you know,
Oh, good! I just thought of another one. I'm a fucking idiot, but I just remembered one other show in the entirety of. Good, meaning I have an honorable mention.
Perfect.
Woo!
All right, go ahead, sir.
okay. I'm gonna be honest. If this show ended like when it was supposed to, this actually would be on the list. Probably top 3. I love it, but not in its entirety, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
That honorable mention.
Everybody.
What? Anyway, our honorable mention is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh.
Yep. Nickelodeon's flagship show that, if, and like I alluded to, I know Hillenburg wasn't against the idea of more episodes, but imagine if season 4 was like the epilogue season and if they just stopped there.
I would have been.
Maybe nowadays people will go on to remember SpongeBob as the smart, cleverly written show that it deserves to be remembered as, instead of how
Even then, season 4 is kind of
mixed.
I like it. You're just.
I mean, back then it was overhated. Now it's just overhyped. In terms of the first 3 seasons, they're spectacular. There's a reason why people keep referencing them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You could even say it's fantastic.
Say that again.
Yep.
Seriously, say that again. I didn't
I
hear
mean,
it. No, I'm kidding.
the first, just from these three, just from season 1 and 2 alone, we have like a shift in art style, which still looks great and holds up.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, have the comedy that what needs no introduction and why or how it's funny. I mean, it's SpongeBob. You know why it's funny, or it used to be. And then we have, of course, the characters with Patrick being the well-meaning but still big idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy being the toughest nails Texan best friend. Mr. Krabs and Squidward. Of course, SpongeBob, the used to be optimistic young adult that I saw myself in until he was turned into a blithering man child in the newer stuff. And I really do mean that, by the way, because when I first saw when I rewatched the first movie lately months ago for its 20th anniversary, and SpongeBob was rejected for being manager for like not being viewed as mature enough, I literally was like, oh wow, that is literally just me on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow. And I rarely do that with characters. Yeah, SpongeBob was well mannered, optimistic, but still at a tether towards reality, thanks to Squidward.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a fun character. All of them were.
Man, where did the years go?
And where did the years? No,
Hey, to be fair,
yeah, it's SpongeBob. No, again, no introduction needed. We all know it at this point. That's
yeah.
my honorable mention.
Funny thing, I actually own SpongeBob season 1 through 6 on DVDs. Like, I only have another TV show that's like DVD set, but we'll get to that later. All right, well, that was Sirplaysalot's honorable mention. Oh, sorry. Do you have anything else to say?
Uh, no.
Okay.
I was supposed to say, Roxy, it's your turn for your honorable mention.
Uh, yeah. You're gonna love my honorable mention.
I swear to God, Roxy.
Is it Hell of a Boss?
Roxy?
Did I actually get it right?
Hell of a Boss is fucking garbage, and I fucking
oh my
love it.
God.
I knew it.
It's somebody managed to make a show that does every.
You are so laggy.
Okay, season 1 wasn't good, but it was
You're cutting off a bit.
Roxy, you're breaking up.
off a cliff into a fucking.
Just the fact you're getting.
It is so bad. It's impressive. It's like looking at when you're mesmerized looking at a car crash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, you view and enjoy Hell of a Boss the same way that Schaeferless views Shark Tale.
Yeah. No, that's. Oh boy. I can't believe you guessed that right, sir. Genuinely can't believe it.
I mean, I know Roxy well at this point. Roxy, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, we didn't know if you were talking or not. Since
No, I'm sorry.
you really just want to post that in chat.
Why? Why did you post the got a girlfriend? No, you have one now. What? Who
I mean,
made this?
I mean, I'm not one to judge your taste, but
Who made this? Who did this to me? Not to me specifically, but whatever. Yeah.
How could this happen to me?
Hey, if you all want to hear about Hell of a Boss slander, look no further than the podcast episode we did. It was our first episode.
the very first episode, in fact.
The first step.
Yeah, peak. I can't believe we did it. That was our first ever episode.
Wow.
Hell of a Boss. Where did the years go? We were literally doing this for just a few months. Anyways.
Anything else you want to say, Roxy?
Sorry, what did you say?
Anything else you want to say on Hell of a Boss?
I think that's a no. What'd you say?
I said some of the characters are hot.
Oh.
Okay. I couldn't tell if you were talking because your mic kept cutting out. I don't know why.
Well.
Yes, internet.
I see. Well. I guess it's my turn. To be fair, this is a weird one, but I'm gonna put it here anyways. My honorable mention's Full House. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and defend Full House and say it's some misunderstood masterpiece that nobody understands because everybody's whatever. I'm not gonna do that because one, this show ain't perfect. There's a lot of few errors like in continuity and stuff. It's not the best TV show ever put on the air.
The VC.
What? What'd you say? What'd you say, Roxy?
I said the nostalgia critic just enters the VC.
It's not a perfect show, and I will never claim it to be. But I remember, like, this is more of like, and also don't think like I'm just like I've watched all 8 seasons. I have. Am I a mad person? Yes. Well, not mad in the traditional sense, but you get what I mean. It's, again, nowhere near, like, as good as any of the other shows we'll be talking about. But for a show that came out in, like, the 1980s, it's fucking funny. The characters are endearing, yes. And no, that does not mean that the characters are like, oh, man, this is the best TV show ever written. The characters are likable, the acting's good, even though you can tell that they were mostly filming this just to have fun rather than take itself seriously. Some of the messages, while cheesy and stupid, it's still heartwarming at times. I'm not gonna deny. There's a lot of fucking this is a very cheesy sitcom. But what's there to hate on it? I've heard so many people hate on this fucking sitcom. I never understood it. Like, it never made any sense. Oh, it's bland. It's unoriginal. There's nothing happened. There's no deep plot. You ain't Breaking Bad. What'd you say, Roxy? Yeah, I agree. Oh, sorry, go ahead. It's just a glitching out that cracks me up.
Why does this keep happening to me?
You're glitching.
Oh my god,
that got through. Why were
that actually jump scared me.
You're glitching
Hey,
hard.
Roxy, you're more of an effective jump scare than anything in FNAF Security Breach.
Oh god, don't remind me of that game. What happened?
Roxy jump scare.
Alright.
And you know what we mean? Because at the time this comes out, Caroline would have released their series on it by now.
Hopefully. Well, at least the first few parts. Actually, I guess I could say the final part releases on... The final part of the series comes out... Of the main game comes out June 22nd. So, if it's after June 22nd, you can just go and watch the playthrough. If not, you have to wait a little longer. But don't worry, you're not missing much. It's not very good. I have been playing Help Wanted too. But anyway, so Full House, it's not a perfect show, but I do like it. I watch it. Like, even now, I still watch it. Like, it's like one of those sit down and feel good shows, I guess is like the best way to put it. But yeah, I enjoy it. Fight me, I guess. Take me out.
Fight me.
Yeah, fight me. It's fucking funny. Like, I mean, like, okay, again, it's not like you're not going to be sitting there laughing your ass off, but like just the quips everybody makes is fucking hilarious. Oh, quips? Is that a regular show character? Am I promoting something that might be on the list later? No, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's what we call foreshadowing.
Okay.
Times
Oops,
you
wrong.
can't see it, but I'm sending like Hell of a Boss pictures off of my camera roll
Mm-hmm.
in the chat.
I can
One
see
of
it.
these times I'm gonna act. One of these times I'm gonna. I hope. I really hope I don't accidentally send like a not safe for work one without remembering that it's not safe for work.
Like, hey, look at this one. Oh my god! Not that one.
Oh!
we just
God.
we just all scream. Okay. Well, sir, we can now finally get into the top 10. Start us off.
Top 5.
Top 5. God.
Also, actually, I paused the recording real quick. I need some water.
Back. By popular demand.
We're back.
I
A
had Caroline
dinosaur
talk about the
story.
Hell of a Boss. So you were gone.
It was funny. I had great insight. I just kept saying that that's a woman. That's a woman?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Number 5. Okay, I'm going to pull up my notes. Yes, just like before, I have notes written on it.
Mm-hmm.
And for number 5, like I said earlier, it's the only one that's changed. It was originally Stranger Things at first, but it's a show I've finally got around to finishing.
Alright.
Not just any show, an anime. Spoilers, it's the only anime on my list. Not sure about you two. Hey, if I were to only include one anime, this would be it.
Alright.
It is Gurren Lagann.
What did you just say?
Gurren
I have
Lagann.
no idea what you just said.
Well, let's hear about it.
Right. For one, this. If you want to look it up right now, this show's art style is epic. It is amazingly epic. I love the way all the characters look. And I especially love like the little eye catches in the commercial breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god, the fight scenes are awesome. And I know I haven't seen that many mecha animes. This one still takes the cake. It's so breathtakingly awesome. I'm going to use that word a lot because but if I had to describe this show in like just 2 words, it's awesomeness incarnate. Everything just pumps you up. Adrenaline. It's it's amazing. Amazingly awesome. It's not just
everything
about.
is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Oh goodness, not the Lego movie. What is it doing here? Alright, continue. Sorry, sir.
Yeah. Like I said, the fights are awesome. The animation's awesome. The music still gets stuck in my head. Especially at times where I'm down, where it's inspirational. Just like with our main character's journey. Simone, who starts off as just a weakly little kid who does nothing but drill holes all day. Underground. Then he learns to, like, thanks to his mentor / spirit bro, Kamina, he learns to, like, I wouldn't say man up because I would be putting it wrongly, just does become more confident more courageous, more brave. Keeps going thanks to the fighting spirit. No matter how things get down, no matter how much you're down, just keep going. Be like Team Gurren, kicking logic out and doing the impossible.
Like Danganronpa.
It's definitely one I would recommend if you're like having a bad day. Need like a motivational boost. I forgot to mention the other characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're all awesome too. Sorry, I don't have their.
Yeah.
I was
No, you're good.
I mainly just wanted to talk about Simone and Kamina because also because I don't want to spoil it. Same with any show in this list. So let me tell you that the stakes of the last arc gets insane, and in a good way.
That's good. Oops. Well,
Yeah, it's just so
epic.
awesomely epic.
You know what? That's fair.
You even say it.
Yeah, I see what you've been sending.
Yeah. It's about to be your turn, Missy. I'm never going to say that again. Anyways,
Yeah, that's Gurren Lagann, my number 5 on the list.
all right. Well, Roxy, what's your number 5?
Oh, my number 5. Recent show.
Okay.
And I don't mean as a revival.
You're so laggy, Roxy.
Its second season is the most recent season.
Okay.
You could even say I find the show so entertaining it makes me smile.
Oh, God. Go on there,
Smiling Friends?
Yeah, it's Smile and Friends.
I do love me some Smiling Friends. Go ahead. Really good.
I don't really know how to describe it. It's
Chaotic.
Chaotic. Yeah.
Hmm.
Very chaotic. Like like to the point. Yes, it has like a certain formula that like most of the episodes are contained within a certain idea. Not all of them, but most of them are.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a general gist of how it's usually going to go, but you don't know how it's going to play out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
from going to like a burger shop to going to an enchanted forest to trying to help two brothers reconcile to trying to help the president of the United States win an election, so on and so forth.
Trying to help a snowman not want to die.
Yeah.
Or rather, get over his existential crisis.
Oh, I love that episode. But that isn't scary at all. No, no, no. Also, the ending.
Am I back?
Episode. Yep, you're back. You're back, Roxy. So back.
Okay.
All right. You have anything else you want to say about Smiling Friends? Roxy?
Sorry. What did you say?
I said, do you have anything else you want to say about Smiling Friends?
I think it has a very like the characters in it. I think they have like a pretty great cast of characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just the comedy that comes from them, and they feel like they feel like people, which is nice. The comedy that comes from them and their interactions is fantastic. The comedy in general is fantastic.
Yeah.
Say that again.
I was about to say that too. Fuck. Well, sorry, I'm not trying to rush.
I also like that like they were able to get like guest animators and stuff like that.
I'm trying to remember that one that. What's that one guy who does rotoscope animation? They brought him in for that one episode.
Joel Haver.
Joel Haver, yeah. He was cool to see. Um, so, anything else? Sorry, I'm not trying to rush either, so I'm just wondering if you have anything else you want to add.
Did you say sir?
No, I said
What?
no. I said, do you have
I heard
anything
you
else you
say
want to add?
sir. I was confused.
No, sorry.
Uh,
If I did, my apologies.
no.
Okay, you have nothing to add? Nothing else to add, sorry. Alright, well, if that's the case, I guess I can talk about my list. Or my number 5.
I've got a little list. I've got a little list.
Mine is The Walking Dead. Despite how I feel about season 11 about The Walking Dead, which was the final season, I think this show is still probably one of my favorite takes on the zombie apocalypse. Now, is it perfect? No. But they do keep their rules consistent. If you get bit, unless you chop it off, you turn. And that is the simple premise of the show, is that if you get bit, you turn no matter what, unless you cut it off at the right time. And it's a really good, like, horror atmosphere. A lot of the characters are interesting. A lot of the villains are in my top 10 favorite villains of all time. Now, mind you, that's without the rules of one entry per series. But Negan's a good villain. The crap. The I'm trying to remember his name. Beta is a good villain. He is really interesting, especially his backstory relating to Alpha. Alpha's a good villain. Don't like the Commonwealth, so don't ask if I like the Commonwealth. No, they fucking suck, and I wish they were never added. I don't care if they were part of the comics. The comics aren't any holy grail. I never read the comics, nor do I ever care to.
In from the comics.
What?
Oh, okay. Okay, that's where I've heard Negan before. He was a guest fighter in Tekken 7
Yeah,
for some reason.
he was also added in Tekken. Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays a great Negan. He also plays a really good Conquest and Invincible. I don't know how Conquest is written in the show. I just think that I just like his performance. The other characters, Rick is obviously one of the best characters of the show. His dynamic with everybody is cool and unique, especially like with the dynamic in the very first season with Shane and Lori, because in the apocalypse they thought he died and Shane slept with Lori, and then you wonder what's going to happen. Then finds out that Lori was pregnant. It's all just a really cool. Like, it's not only just a cool idea for a TV show, because, like, at the time, zombie media was just kind of starting to get around. Like, it wasn't, like, fully hitting its
It wasn't like oversaturated yet.
Yeah, and, like...
oh my god, zombie media was so oversaturated in, like, the 2010s.
Mm-hmm. It was. But with this show, they do a good job making it to where it was still fresh and unique. Now, later on, like... Obviously, other things would surpass it, with Last of Us being like a great zombie game, and so on and so forth. But I would still say The Walking Dead's good. None of the spin-offs are all that interesting, sadly. They just don't capture the same magic. And I know that sounds weird, like what magic, but like there was magic to The Walking Dead, and I think that they sadly just couldn't keep it going with Fear the Walking Dead. I don't think Fear the Walking Dead's all that good. And also there's like a story. I know that there's also a Rick and Michonne TV show. I'm not going to explain why they have their own TV show. Just watch the show for yourself. But But I do blame a lot of what happens a little later on the fact that the TV shows, like, the reason why season 11 happened was because they wanted to do the all new TV shows only on all on AMC Plus. Buy a subscription so then you could see the latest adventures of Rick Grimes and his wife and so on and so forth. I'm not going to explain.
They Mandalorianed it.
Yeah, and I'm not really happy with AMC. I don't think AMC is a good company. AMC can go fuck itself. Anyways, there's a reason why
we go to AMC to. What's that fucking commercial they play for themselves before every movie?
Here at AMC, because I heard it recently because I went and watched Thunderbolts. It's like, here at AMC, the magic really happens. I think they're two different companies. They might be the same. I don't fucking know. AMC, we just make it better. Nah, you honestly make it fucking worse because.
You didn't make the movie.
Yeah, you didn't make the movie. First of all,
you didn't make it for yourself.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, Walking Dead. Even with how bad some of the seasons are, it definitely makes up with its high highs. So that's why I included it. And yes, before you wonder, I have watched all the seasons. Every single one of them. And no, the lows of the seasons, they get down there. They get really bad. Especially season 11. I think season 11 is one of the worst conclusions to any stories. Hey, I guess you could say The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones have something in common after all. Hardy har har. That's all I have to say.
Har 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 har.
Sorry.
Well, speaking... Well,
the Brian
you mentioned that.
Woo!
Go ahead. Sorry.
Speaking of shows with controversial endings, here's one that's not only number 4, but just like many others, I'm willing to defend it to the death. Because no matter what people say, I will always love this show.
Okay.
Of course, is none other than Steven Universe.
Ooh.
My all-time favorite Cartoon Network show.
Wow.
So I'm just gonna rip the bandage right off. I haven't watched Steven Universe, but I'm just gonna answer this. I'm just gonna ask this question because I'm going to assume your answer is that it's bullshit. What do you think of that thing where people are like, Steven Universe redeemed Hitler, or he would do that, or try to do that?
It's bullshit. And it's a gross oversimplification since...
I figured I might as well just
I will
ask,
unfortunately
that's
have to
like the
get
most
spoilers
consistent
since
thing I see people complain
you
about.
marked this with spoilers. Spoilers for Steven Universe.
No.
But even in future, Steven is not fully accepting of the diamonds. Like, sure, he I guess pacified them, but he isn't happy with them fully. Even there's one episode in the future where he gets White Diamond lets him get into her mind, and he has thoughts of shattering her. But this isn't about future. This is about the main show
I was about to ask.
that we all fell in love with back in 2013.
I've also watched Steven Universe.
And one of the main reasons it's great is its protagonist, Steven. Who's great, optimistic, of course. He's kind, but still willing to fight. Even
It's
if
like Mega Man.
And he's still a great fighter, even if he doesn't kill his enemies. As, believe it or not, not every main character in an action show needs to be a bloodthirsty psychopath. You can have them still kind-hearted and wanting to help people.
Redemption.
Yes, and even then, Steven doesn't redeem all of his enemies. Some of them are still bad and out there. It's not as simple as people make it out to be. I am so sick and tired of it. I am tired of seeing people spread misinformation about this show.
Bro, do people just act like Steven Universe is the Undertale pacifist route?
Yeah, just be nice.
Yeah,
to
like he's a complete wimp who cries every time. But no.
Just like Lucas and Mother 3.
Try actually fighting Steven and he actually has powers. He can kick your ass.
You know what's weird? Actually, I watched this show, and I I don't hate it. I think it's actually fine. But okay, sorry. Continue. This ain't about me.
Of course, there's Steven and every other character like Pearl, Garnet, Amethyst, Peridot, Greg, Lapis. They're all really great and just as fleshed out. Another controversial take, I like the side characters. Yeah, because, like, for one, it makes the world feel more lively and lived in. Especially when we take breaks to, like, chill out with them. Granted, not all of them are good, Ronaldo. But most of them pretty are. Even some who get redemption. And two, actually makes me feel more when when Beach City is getting attacked. Like, usually in, like, these big superhero fights, like Avengers when they're in New York, you mainly care about the Avengers. You're not caring about random citizen number 28, 27, 26. Oh no, what happened to them? Here, when the Beach City is attacked, it's like, oh no, Lars, Sadie, Onion, all the side characters. I'm actually worried for their safety.
I was gonna make a joke and say
I like that. I like it when shows actually get you to feel for the side characters.
I was gonna make a joke and literally say Onion. Actually, I don't really give a shit about Onion, but holy shit! Like, just I don't hate Onion. I think Onion's. I don't know. I don't have any opinions about the little gremlin.
But yeah,
No, I get what you're saying. I think it's bullshit.
of course.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
And yes, I am aware of the whole CalArts thing, which was made up by a complete lunatic who knows nothing about animation. And people who say he's legit know nothing about animation. And those people could fuck off.
Also, it wasn't like the whole CalArts debate was just people were saying that every cartoon character looks the fucking same because there's like a certain design.
Yeah, that's not even true.
Like,
well, it's not even true with Hazbin Hotel. I'm not getting off topic, but I'm sick of people saying that all the characters look the same. They don't. They look all unique in terms of shape, size,
yeah, I was gonna
dynamics.
say, yeah, like just head shape isn't enough to be like everybody looks the same. Like that's not a that's. They use the circle to draw a character. Gosh, God, wow, how original! It's like
Hey, it's against the law for every character to draw in a circle now. Now that we have one, now everyone has to go triangle, or one does.
Like a head.
What?
What? Anyway, sorry. Continue. I was wondering because I remember hearing about it, the whole debate. About it.
Because, and again, despite what people try to convince you on the internet, this show is actually gorgeous. It's colorful. It's unique. Like I said, it's breathtaking, and the music. Oh my god, the music! The pianos, violins, and even the songs. Some of which actually do compare, even trump some of Disney's best songs. They're really that wonderful. And I don't say that lightly.
I mean, hey, who can forget the beautiful song that is "It's Over, Isn't It"? I mean, that's a good song.
Yeah.
I do like me some "It's Over, Isn't It"?
Because I feel like even the people who disagree, who don't like the show, can at least agree that the music is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and another thing is that, and yes, I am aware that the pacing is a bit slow in season 1, but to be fair, that's more of Cartoon Network's fault than the showrunners. And hey,
well, isn't season 1 like really long?
Yeah, like around 50 episodes, where every other season's around like 20. Well, like I said, that's Cartoon Network's fault rather than the showrunners. Hey, we still get fantastic world building, which comes very naturally.
Yeah.
Like, you understand everything perfectly, as through visuals and dialogue. In fact, all the exposition is really well handled. It's like with the themes, messages in the show, which show. I love shows that look bright and happy, but still have like a. Still not afraid to handle like deep and heartfelt messages. And it does it in a very mature way, too.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the other shows on the list.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well,
Steven Universe is wonderful. I love it. It's my number 4.
the best in the universe. All right, Roxy. Hit us with your number 4.
My number 4. Uh, you know how Sir was like, "This is no ordinary show"
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning.
Oh God, I think I know what you're know.
I mean, I'm gonna talk about an ordinary show. I mean, it's pretty regular.
God.
Wow.
It's a pretty regular show.
Oh God.
I was actually predicting that would be your number 2.
I expected it to be way higher, but okay. Regular show. Glad I kicked it off my
You say way higher. It's still.
number 4. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going
Yeah.
from one Cartoon Network show to another.
So yeah, I think regular show's really good. I think it's a show that it's funny. You'll see my list. A lot of the shows, and by a lot of the shows, I mean talking about.
Roxy. Oh boy. Roxy. Roxy, we lost
Hello?
you. Oh, there you are.
There you go.
What was the say?
Huh? You're talking about a lot of the things that are going to be on your list.
What was
Like,
Yeah, a lot of things on my list are half of the list that follow a specific form episode.
mhm. That's where you're
I
on.
mean,
Yeah.
regular show is
Mhm.
Season 8 where they change the setting. Most of the episodes start in a mundane chaotic and weird as they go on.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
So,
And yeah,
oh,
season 8 does sort of ruin that, them being in space, but I do think season 8 makes up for it because the second half of season 8 goes into a pretty good story. It's one of those things that clearly wasn't originally planned when they made the show, but it's not bad by any means. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, I think it has a really good cast of memorable characters.
Mhm.
High Five Ghost is the only High Five Ghost and Thomas are like forgettable, but to be fair, in the case of High Five Ghost, like he's intentionally that since he's just sort of Muscle Man's friend, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Thomas they actually just added for like no fucking reason.
Mhm. It is kind of funny that you guys bring up Cartoon Network shows at the same time. Sorry. Very. Roxy.
Actually, your audio is a bit
Yeah.
busted.
You got.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, folks. A lot of
Okay.
technical difficulties this episode.
Also, I think also the Mordecai romance episodes, I am also not a fan of. I think cool.
Mm-hmm.
It it takes. Did you hear what I said?
No.
Okay, I think it's interesting that they attempted the Mordecai romance thing. I think it's interesting, but at the like I'm not going to complain about the fact that they tried to throw in an arc like that. I think it's a cool idea. And overall, I think they did a good job, but it did kind of take away too much focus
Mm-hmm.
from the stuff people wanted when they came to the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rigby's character development in season 7. I mean, Rigby has had character development since season 5, where he started to become the voice of reason and Mordecai started to become the annoying one.
Yeah.
But they just go full on into Rigby's character development in season 7, and that's actually great because it's a character that we know and care about actually improving. Uh, and also his relationship with Eileen is fantastic. I think it's funny that he just did not care for her at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
And he's like, who's this annoying chick again?
Yeah. I don't really know what Eileen saw in him at the start, though.
Why did
What
what's that
about you?
what's that one meme? It's like why do girls like guys who treat them like shit? And then it's like the other girl comes in and she's like, why do guys only like bitchy bimbos? And then like it cuts to some third thing that like has no relation to it. Like it's like, Michael, don't leave me in here. Like it'll cut to something like that. That's what that reminds me of the Eileen.
Michael, don't leave me here.
Anyways,
Michael.
uh, I originally had regular show on my list, but I decided to cut it because I know it would be mentioned. Um, so just letting you know, Roxy, you killed one of my options on the list. I blame entirely on you, and I'm totally not kidding.
Funny would it be if it wasn't on my list, so you cut it for no reason?
That would be kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be really upset. Um, okay, well, I guess I'll move on to um my next choice. So, or my number 4. Jesus. Um, okay. So this is also a newer show. It's not finished, which I don't think goes against the rules, right? It can still be ongoing.
If it's not finished, you at the very least need to get
Oh,
caught up on it.
I'm caught up on it. I actually watched the newest season's premiere like while it was coming out because that's how much I like this show. Um, and it is The Boys. So I don't know if any of you all know this. I love superheroes. Superheroes are probably some of my favorite ideas in any type of medium. The idea of having multiple superheroes is cool to me. So, an idea of a universe where superheroes are also just huge pieces of shit. I always say like this is what superheroes would be in like the real world. Rich assholes who don't give a shit about it but only care about their own self-loving interests. The characters in the show are awesome because there is like yes obviously like the main good character in the show, like the main protagonist is Huey, but there's also Starlight, um, Mama's Milk, Frenchie, Kimiko, and Billy Butcher. But later on, Billy Butcher leaves the group. I'm not going to say for what reason. The plot twist in this show, like literally, there's a point in the show where they fight a Nazi from the 1940s. I'm not going to say who's the Nazi because it is a superhero Nazi. But they funny thing, they were named after a fucking I don't know if like the comic reason why, but they share the same name as a Billy Joel album, and Huey loves Billy Joel. I don't know if that was a coincidence or not, but I just think it's really funny. The the use of like superhero tropes, such as the like marketing for certain things like movies, TV shows, the jokes about uh, fake wokeness bullshit. Like, perfect example being,
Disney.
oh, well, like Disney, the MCU was also mocked with the whole, here's our plans for the cinematic universe. But there's also the joke about, there's a joke where they reference the Pepsi commercial where it was like Black Lives Matter arguing, and then like one of the Kardashians come in with a Pepsi, and they immediately bring peace. Like they joke about that. They do that with A Train. There's a lot of sex jokes, like a lot of sex jokes, like that would even make Roxy blush. Like that's how many.
Isn't
Wow.
there a part where like a guy with Ant-Man's powers climbs into another man's penis?
Yes. And then later he tries going up another guy's ass to try to kill him. Because his idea
Oh
was,
god, it's like the famous meme. Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah. That I think that's what they were referencing, which I find hilarious. Along with that, there's also a joke where, okay, and then like there's also the joke about like there's like this is someone who is a Christian. They have a joke about putting the Christ back in Christmas because people say Happy Holidays and not Merry Christmas, and like they have a whole musical number, and then it turns into a fucking bloodbath by accident, which I think is fucking hilarious. Because it's just like it starts off like it's like a chase scene in the vents where Homelander is chasing someone. I'm not going to say who they're chasing, but when you see the musical number, it's really good. The plot twists in the shows are really good. I'm not going to spoil any of them. If you haven't seen The Boys, you definitely should. Don't read the comics. The comics are ass. Yes, I have seen that one video, and yes, a YouTuber did give me that opinion.
Pointless sub.
Fuck me. What?
Pointless sub.
Um, one more time, Roxy. I'm sorry. I'm not hearing correctly.
Said pointless sub.
Mm-hmm. Um, but then there's also another thing. There is a spin-off show called Gen V. I have yet to see Gen V, but I do plan to. It's a good superhero show. The Critical Drinker made a video talking about how the show went woke, and I find that really fucking hysterical. I hate
The critical drinker can sit on a fucking dick. That guy's an asshole.
Change your name from the Critical Drinker to the Critical Asshole. I don't care if he's listening to this. I don't.
He should change the critical drinker to the critical dick sitter.
No, he said something like the chainsaw dick from Hell of a Boss.
Oh, also another thing is there is a gay relationship in the show. And I do, but there's like a really dark twist with it. But the twist works out because, you know, instead of the characters going like, oh, it's okay. No, they break up right after he finds out the truth of what happened. And actually, like, it's a very fucked up twist. If you don't want to hear it, just skip to Sirplaysalot. Do you want to hear about this twist? It's really dark. Or should we not? I don't care to spoil it. If you all want to.
You know what? Fire away.
So,
How bad can it be?
So Frenchie goes into this house and kills a few people, which are related to this one guy's. And then Frenchie and this one guy get together, and then Frenchie realizes that that was the guy that was the guy's family he killed, and then later he finds out and he tries beating him to death. It's very fucked up, but like right after that they break up, which obviously. But Frenchie didn't know until a little bit later. And then whenever he found out, he was like, uh-oh. And he immediately almost dies. There are a few other relationships. Huey and Starlight, they're a good relationship. But like at one point they get into an argument because Starlight gets swapped out for someone else. Basically Mystique comes in and ruins their relationship a little, but yeah, I know. Also, how they do. Also, their superpowers are really fucked up. There's like a lot of superpowers that are really messed up. Like the ability, like there's a guy whose superpower is literally that his dick is extremely long and he could use it as like a fucking weapon. But
like a whip, or like a sword, or
it's long enough to wear like basically it's like the guy's carrying around a hose the entire time. Like a fucking.
does he have to like wrap it around his legs?
No, he wraps it around his neck. Like a fucking scarf.
What?
He puts it around his neck like a scarf. It's so funny. Anyways, that is my number 4, The Boys. Crazy, I know. Anyway, Sirplaysalot. Hopefully something more kid-friendly for your number 3.
I say more fam-friendly than kid-friendly, because you know how much I hate when people put that word in front of show.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Fucking
family.
Okay,
friendly.
good.
My apologies.
Good. And funny, we're jumping from one superhero show to another.
All right.
As it's, in my opinion, probably the best one out there. It is none other than Batman, the animated series.
Ooh, Batman, the animated series.
Yeah, Caroline knows what's up.
Vulture, baby.
I need to finish it, but it is really good. Go ahead.
Yes, it is great. Remember, I got to watch it for the first time back in 2021 when it was added to HBO Max, now known as Max. Stupid name change.
They named it.
And I was just engaged with it.
Doesn't
this has some of the what?
Doesn't Kenny? What's his name? He passed away recently, or a little bit ago.
Oh yes, the late and great Kevin Conroy.
Kevin, not Kenneth. What the fuck am I on?
Right, just the first topic: the great voice acting and casting. Mainly Kevin Conroy as Batman, and of course Mark Hamill as the Joker. Both of which are great and pretty much the definitive versions of the characters for me.
Wow, really?
Like whenever I just read some comics now, I just hear Kevin and Mark Hamill.
Man, I can see it. You don't think of Michael Keaton Batman? That's crazy.
And he's third best for me. Second is Robert Pattinson.
That, you know what? Valid, very valid.
Yes.
All right, sorry. Continue.
Of course, not just having the definitive versions of these characters, even because they portray them all so well, like Poison Ivy, Clayface, even Two-Face, who we know as Harvey for like 2 episodes before his transformation, and yet it's still tragic.
I was gonna say the actors Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy would later return to voice the characters in the Arkham video games, which I have played the first Arkham video game. And
in the Arkham games and in multiverses.
Really?
Got to hear them there.
That is crazy. Too bad they couldn't get Mark Hamill back to play the Joker and kill the Justice League, but you know what? Maybe he dodged a bullet there.
Dodged a bullet,
but he is going to be in the regular show revival, so.
Yeah, he dodged a bullet and headed straight for an acid bath with Crisis on Infinite Earths, which the canonicity is debatable, because it's weird.
Well, he also.
I just don't count it canon
So-
to the DCAU. It's
well,
not.
He also went straight into an acid bath by posting about Israel and the U.S. being permanent allies
Oh boy.
on Twitter.
We don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk about
Well,
that.
let's not talk about that.
Let's not worry about
Let's
that.
talk about. Let's see. The dark aesthetic. Which fun fact? Did you know that to perfectly nail the look and feel of Gotham, they drew the show on black paper?
Really?
Yes. It's to help the early noir that helped Batman influence Batman early on. It's real cool looking, dark, serious, just like mostly the tone and thematic messages, as it never talks down to its audience, and especially with the character designs in general, as initially they wanted to not initially they wanted to stay away from the 80s toy line aesthetic where the characters were all detailed but they moved very stiffly.
Mm-hmm.
Here they're more simple looking but still easily translatable for toys. Don't own any of the toys, but they look awesome.
You know, funny thing, I think I actually found one of the toys at my at a local flea market. I didn't get it, but I think it's still there. It was in like a little bag. They were selling like multiple. Like it was like Batman, another Batman that was like completely different, and then Thanos. I wonder what went through their minds putting Thanos with that, but you know what? I'm fine with it. I think that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
Sorry, good. Continue.
just like how I'm fine with this having. It's more than just the cast and the look that makes this a definitive version of Batman for me. It has the best understanding. Like for, like, in your mind, like, what do you think of Batman is personality wise?
Cold, calculated, but also never the one to be violent without a justifiable reason, and never
Without a
going.
reason.
Huh?
Yeah, without never he's violent without a reason.
And also,
Maybe
One of them is
drinkers
the
were,
whole. One of them is the
but they're
whole
people
staring
too.
into the abyss metaphor, where every time he goes out there to fight, it's like staring into the abyss. If he ever snaps and loses it, it's like falling in. You can never come back from it.
which is also why he doesn't kill, because
Yeah,
that goes
and there's
against
a
everything he stands for.
yeah,
Schneider.
yeah. Batman isn't some bloodthirsty psychopath who goes around shooting people.
Or worse, branding people so then they'll die in a jail cell.
Like, what the fuck were you thinking, Zach? Like I know that Batman killed in his like early appearances, but they changed that. He no longer does.
I always feel like the whole idea of Batman ever killing someone is a good way to make it crystal clear you don't like, okay, Michael Keaton Batman, there is an excuse of like it's never really like, if I remember correctly, he doesn't like directly kill someone, he just, it looks like they would die from it, if I remember, which I do like Michael Keaton Batman, don't get me wrong, but like there was never like he sought to kill. He never uses guns for a lot of reasons, because in a comic, the same one that Zack Snyder used in the Joe Rogan interview, he says that killing someone, especially while using a gun, will go against everything that Batman stands for. And before any of you Zack Snyder defenders, which I would happily love to hear what you think about Zack Snyder and how much you love glazing the fucker, Zack Snyder does not understand Batman, nor does he understand anything about the DC universe, and he never will. And I'm sorry to say that, because while yes, some of his ideas were good, like having Martian, or having one of the Lanterns appear at the end of Justice League, at the end of his version of the Justice League or something like that. Yeah, cool idea. Too bad that the Justice League sucks either way. 4-hour snooze fest.
It was completely rushed.
Yeah. Well, like, honestly, like, even when people are like, yeah, but The Dark Knight isn't as good. I like The Dark Knight, don't get me wrong. And, like, I do think it's a good movie, but Like, so what if it's not like 100% Batman? You think Batfleck is the fucking best Batman? Don't get me wrong, he can work, but like how he was written was fucking atrocious. Okay, sorry, Sirplaysalot. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna review the DCAU movies later on. It's gonna be painful.
You're
But
gonna
back to the good DC universe.
the animated.
Where was I at? Oh yeah, cause just want to. Yeah, what else can I say? This is such a great show. For the looks, the feels, even back, no, especially back then, where this aired on Fox Kids, like the same network as Animaniac and Tiny Toon Adventures. Then there's Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
Like this especially stood out from its competition back then.
Definitely. All right.
But yeah, what else can we say? But I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
You know, for as much as I'm like, I love the dark, brooding, cold, calculated Batman, there will always be something
Yeah,
about Adam West Batman.
Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention.
There may be drinkers.
Because we got
Robin,
carried away with
people.
Zack Snyder slander.
Oh.
Is that this Batman is still sympathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Like he still cares for Harvey even after he turns to Two-Face. Like, he tries to comfort Baby Doll, who, man, that episode's heartbreaking. I won't spoil anything. I won't spoil any. Well, we kind of already spoiled Steven Universe, but for every other show, I won't spoil on this list.
I spoiled something about the boys. It's not
Especially Batman, which has the highest highs of anything Batman related, and at least some of the weakest episodes are more watchable than BVS. Come at me, Zack Snyder cultists.
All right.
But yeah, that's Batman the Animated Series, my number 3.
Alrighty. Roxy, you're number 3.
Hey, I'm number 3. I'm the worst of the three of us.
No. There is no favorites here.
Hey, got the
No.
top 3 Vulture Culture podcast members episode.
Gosh.
Ranking one.
No, you're not.
Alright. It would be me. But anyways, let's go ahead. Roxy?
It's Gravity Falls.
Fuck. I really was trying not to step on toes. Son of a bitch. Go ahead. Talk about it.
You're gonna have to think of something else now.
It's fine. I'll think of something.
The show is really short. It makes the most with what little time it has.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it only has 40 episodes. Disney Plus divides the last episode into 2, so if you want to say 41, you're wrong.
Weirdmageddon?
Don't make the rule. Yeah, they divided Weirdmageddon Part 3 into 2 episodes on Disney Plus.
Why? Why would you do that?
Probably just so they could say, guys, look, we have 41 episodes of Gravity Falls. And he will be like, oh my god, a new episode of Gravity Falls, and then they get scammed. That's my guess.
Probably. Alright.
But, how many times am I going to say it as a great cast? Man, I am really bad at these ranking episodes, which is funny because I have made ranking videos before. But I guess I can't do it in front of other people.
I think it would help if you had like notes to look at on standby, like I do.
Everything everybody's ever praised Gravity Falls for, it's true. There you go. That's my review.
You're not.
Somebody's gonna come in and be like, there is this one person who said that the children characters were hot. Does that mean that you think that? No. That's not. I don't obviously mean every single praise somebody's made for the show. I mean every single praise that isn't like that. I guess that isn't of
That
that
isn't
sort of
super
nature.
fucking weird.
Is it super weird? Like, hey, another thing we can praise this show for is how it totally fits with the Disney brand.
Golly. Why did I sound like fucking Snake from Metal Gear? Colonel.
Golly.
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 Have a holly jolly Christmas. Alright. Anything else you want to say about Gravity Falls, Roxy? Damn it, I gotta really change that now.
Watch.
I mean, you could still talk about it.
There's nothing else to say. Roxy basically said everything.
I
mean,
yeah. I think you should just watch it for yourself. Anybody seeing this?
Yeah, highly recommend it. Okay. Well, way to snow on my parade. Let me look around for a minute. Son of a bitch! Okay, fuck it. I guess I'll go with my gut feeling. So, just letting you all know, dear viewers, this would be like number 6 on my list. Maybe lower. I don't know. It's The Amazing World of Gumball then. I mean, look, it's another chaotic show. It's very on brand for my fucking stupid ass humor. But I do think The Amazing World of Gumball is funny. The characters are enjoyable. Yes, sometimes Gumball can be a prick, but then he is rightfully punished for it. You know, SpongeBob. You could take some hints from that one, can't you? The world is dumb as fuck. Like, the entire show is stupid. And I'm not going to defend it and say it's perfect.
Funny.
However,
it's my effort stupidity.
yeah.
There's like
With
an
all the different
episode
art
where they
styles
needed
they
to.
incorporate.
There was like an episode where they needed to pretend the wand in Richard's cereal was real because he was told magic doesn't exist, and that made him like scream for years. Even though magic does fucking exist in that universe, so like, huh?
Yeah, but the magic from the wand didn't exist. That was the problem. There's also the amazing jokes. Um there's a joke in the episode where there's an episode and Richard or not Richard, Gaylord Robinson. Yes, his name's Gaylord Robinson. Please laugh. It is kind of funny to be honest calling him that. But he Googles on the internet how to kidnap children, and like before he gets done typing, it just shows him in a jail cell, and he said, like he just cuts to him getting busted out of jail. There's another joke where they're talking about like a made up holiday. It's called Sluzzletag. And Rocky's driving the bus, and then like they all go like they're like the kids are all talking about what Sluzzletag is, and then like they make like a thing about grunge music or like rock like heavy metal shit, and Rocky appears and he's like, oh yeah, there's like this song, and Banana Joe goes, thanks Rocky, but who's driving the bus? I mean, it's like, aren't you supposed to be driving the bus? He's like, yeah, but I found this more interesting. And it just cuts out to the back where, like, the bus is going all fucking over the place. There's also a Breaking Bad reference, which I think is hilarious. Literally, the balloon is dressed up like Heisenberg. And he says, this is Mr. White. And I find it fucking hilarious. That they made a joke like that in a kid's show. You know, you could take...
No.
Oh, what?
Sorry, just go ahead.
I just think that I think this show is extremely funny. There's a lot of references to a lot of other things. There's literally an episode based off RPGs, and I find it really funny because like there's a joke where it's like, what is it? There's like a mission they have to do, and they're like, what? It's like you have to find all the pigeons or whatever, and they're like all over the fucking place, and they're like, what the? How the fuck fuck am I supposed to find all the pigeons? He's like, I gotta do it for the 100%. And then it cuts it him to Gumball being fat, like wearing like a gamer headset, and he's like, and then it's like, you got the no life achievement, because I don't know, it's funny. I think the entire show is, it's like it has all kinds of these, like it's more joke and stupid rather than trying to have a tonally consistent story. Like, I prefer that in my medium for TV shows. I'd rather a show be silly, or if it's not going to be silly and over the top, I'd rather it be like actually tell a good story with it. Then
You mean you mean you want for it to succeed in what it's aiming for?
Yeah.
rather than trying to be multiple things at once. That's why some
Hell of a
shows.
boss.
What?
Hell of a boss.
Yeah, because Hell of a Boss can't do either right. Their jokes are literally repetitive and fucking bullshit. That's why I'm shocked you put that on your list. Anyways, yeah, but that is my number 3. Actually, it would be my number 6. My actual number 3 would be Gravity Falls. But yeah, I do like me some Amazing World of Gumball. Highly recommend it. I have watched the entire show, and apparently it is getting more seasons. So hopefully they're good. That's all I can say. Anyways, Sir plays a lot. Now for your number 2.
All right, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This one I will provide a little background for how I got into it, since before then I have heard of it before, but didn't find that interesting. Mainly because I just knew the name. But then, one fateful summer day in 2021, I was browsing DeviantArt, as you do, and there's this one couple who kept showing up in my recommended feed, just because a certain episode aired at that time. That one name, when I looked it up, it made me want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're so cute. And that couple is Lumini.
Oh.
Yep, that means my number 2 is The Owl House.
Thank goodness I did not also put that on my list, because I would have stepped on more toes. Anyways, go ahead.
And I would have talked about it anyway.
Yeah.
Although, with that said, I was initially snubbed when writing my notes down, because I don't know if I really could do a better job than Trevor did talking about the show.
To be fair, we don't have 8 hours. Sorry.
Yeah, but I sure as hell can try to.
Mm-hmm.
I won't top his, but I'll try to be good. Which is, of course, the art style. It's so... And like every other show here, it's so gorgeous and unique looking. It's like a gothy witch aesthetic that still looks cute in some way. And the fight scenes, especially when the animation budget increases for the special fight scenes, really are a treat for the eyes, as everyone uses their powers effectively and creatively. Yeah, and speaking of which, the world building is so well defined. Like, everything makes sense, and everything is verbally explained, and you can piece some of the bits together.
Yeah.
It all works out. Everything makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The way the glyphs, the magic, the circles, everything. Of course, you know what else makes sense and is in no way rushed, despite what some people might tell you? Yes, there are some people who think that they're dumb.
The relationship.
The relationships and character development.
And then the
Really?
takes over the show. No, it doesn't.
Wait, what?
No, I said there are people who come in and like, but the relationship takes over the show. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. And Amity's personality isn't overwritten by puppy eyes for Luz. No. she still has her own things to take care of,
Mm-hmm.
her own thoughts, her own dreams, and Luz is so relatable because how dorkable she is. The show does a great job, and one of the reasons I connect with this show is because how effectively and not effect, yes, effectively and respectfully shows how much of a positive influence media can have on people, how much it can connect, how much it means to people.
Yeah.
Yes, and to be honest, I cannot to this day decide whether or not Luz or Amity are my favorite. Hence why I love seeing them together so much. And Lumity.
The answer is King.
You're both wrong.
Yeah,
Anyways.
yeah. A vert pops up and it's like, you're wrong. The answer is Hootie.
No. It is.
But back to Lumity, who not only were the thing that got me into the show, as alluded earlier, but I'm just going to straight up say it. Lumity is my favorite couple in all of fiction. Yes, I really do love them that much. And it's kind of hard to put into words, actually, what makes them so great. Like, I mean, they're still flawed, clumsy, but adorable. They're not perfect, but hey, do they need to be?
Nah, nobody's perfect.
Yeah, nobody's perfect, but some are definitely more flawed couples. Woody and Bo.
Hey, nobody's perfect, Trick. Why do you think I have one of these?
I was gonna make a joke and say, if you look at Blitz and Solus, but you know.
Yeah. Anyways, of course, the show is not just about them, as established earlier. We have Ida, who's great, has a far better message about disabilities than Gabby Gabby. There's it's not a high bar to achieve. There's King, who's freaking tiny, ferocious, rawr, the king of demons. Of course, there's Lilith, who's misunderstood by some people, especially back then with whole cancel Lilith for like a week, from what I've heard. There's Hunter, Willow, Gus, all the unsung heroes. Hunter especially, which there's a reason Dana Terrace says Hunter's her or their favorite character.
I'm glad people think that. Jesus.
Like, he's so interesting, especially with the whole Grimwalker thing with, oh my god, Bellows.
Yeah, like Vector from Despicable Me.
Oh,
almost forgot Bellows, who is straight up my favorite Disney villain, and even in my top 5 villains ever, probably. He's so interesting with, especially with the twist, where suddenly all of his decisions make sense. You can see how much of a clever mastermind he is.
I am the mastermind.
Yeah, he really is. And that also reminds me of why I love villains who are cunning and manipulative and always 5 steps ahead of the main characters. He's also very scary, especially with his beast form.
Mm-hmm.
And just how powerful he is. Like, even during the season 1 and 2 finales, I won't say much other than even with that, only the outside forces did the heroes stand a chance. It's like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, even if season 3 was kind of a bit short, fuck you, Disney. It still plays out perfectly and paced well. What?
No, I cut very, very short.
Yes.
Yes. Fuck you,
Taking it
Disney.
away from us far too soon. Hey, we'll still remember it for the positive impact it left behind, especially since it had no bad seasons. Only one bad episode I can think of. Body swap. Man,
Body swap.
body swap.
Can you just put the body swap in the thumbnail? The furry goes body swap.
No.
No.
Now spoil it. Spoil it! Spoil it!
Yeah, speaking of which, this was again another season I wouldn't dare spoil for anyone. So, haven't seen have you? If you haven't seen it yet, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Hey, I'm busy, okay? No, I'm kidding. I have watched. I have watched.
Yeah, that's my number two, The Owl House.
I remember watching this show in the span of a week. I fucking binged the entire fucking thing. And
Yeah, so did
Wow.
I.
yeah, a lot of car rides from work, just watching this show. Like, get home, watch a couple episodes, and then watch it before I go to bed. And then, if you're wondering why I decided to do that rather than, honestly, I just wanted to see what all the hype was about, because that was around the time I think Trevor got his video out. And I was like, what? Okay, let me watch it for myself. And yeah, it is a good show. I can't deny it. I just think it's really weird that they did cut it so short, especially because, like, if the reason really is just it didn't fit the Disney brand, then obviously that's a lie. I think everybody would know that's a lie. Because,
Yeah, especially because of a show that we're gonna see later.
mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like, just Gravity Falls. Like, Gravity Falls is obviously 12 times more, like, dark than Owl. Well, I don't know.
No, I'd argue Owl House is still equally dark.
But have you ever considered the fact that the Owl House is about how fascism is bad and therefore it's woke?
Oh, you right. Okay, Roxy, you're number 2.
And Ferb. Another show getting a revival that'll probably suck.
Oh my god, yeah. I forgot that it's getting like 400 more episodes because Dan Povenmire and he
I
just
mean,
won't let go.
as soon as those revivals come out, because I
Roxy?
Roxy,
think
Roxy? Oh,
can you hear me?
okay, there you are.
okay. Do we have to cut out the parts where it's just silent?
No, it's fine. If it's only just a couple seconds, it's not a big deal. I'll just say people.
I don't think
Go ahead.
I don't think the revivals are going to be very good.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But why is Phineas and Ferb one of your favorite shows?
Hey, it's another show that does a formula really good. And once again, in particular, you already know who I'm going to say.
Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
Yeah! Peak! One of the best fictional characters ever until recently, where they decided to regress his character arc for the revival in the trailer.
They just never. This show's never gonna stop. It's gonna turn into a Bob.
Even
Burger. Say that again, Roxy. You cut out so bad there. You said even then. That's where you started.
They fucking had it invade another show.
Oh yeah, Milo Murphy.
Oh yeah, Milo Murphy's Law.
That show has Weird Al in it, and I love me some Weird Al.
Let it, please.
See,
But yeah, so
Oh, go ahead.
so it's like you know the gist of what's gonna happen with each episode, but you don't know how it's gonna happen.
Hmm.
And the show's just really funny.
It is. The specials are also really good.
Like, Doofus' plan was to lure every dog in town off a cliff or off a bridge.
Yeah. He has a bunch of weird
Oh,
inventions.
base, based
Based.
alert.
Are we gonna do the Frogan thing? Just based. Okay, sorry. Don't worry about that. I do love me some Phineas and Ferb. The Marvel crossover episode was really weird because Hulk never transformed into Banner like at all. I don't know if that's like how it is on the TV show that these characters are from.
They lost their superpowers, and the Hulk and Iron Man just stayed as the Hulk and Iron Man.
Yeah, I didn't get like okay, like and look, I'm not saying I'm like the best Marvel fan, but even I know if Hulk lost his powers, Hulk no exist anymore. Hulk die. Hulk gets, you know, eradicated because that Hulk is the power.
Oh my god, he became Doctor Hulk.
Even then, like Professor Hulk, that was like years long. That was like a year long development cycle. It wasn't just like a spur of the moment thing. It was like they agreed to turn into the Hulk. And not only that, why didn't Iron Man just, oh, I don't know, get out of his fucking tin can suit? And also, if we're going based off MCU Iron Man, Tony's fucking dead because the heart
Yeah,
reactor,
yeah.
because that powers his entire body. Also, okay, it's weird seeing Red Skull here, but no Captain America. Like, like why? Why is Thor there?
Episodes than
It's kind of like in
has way more
multiverses where they
episodes than
added
any of the other
Agent Smith
shows
and
on my
Hope.
list. So Phineas and Ferb has way more episodes than any of the other ones I've mentioned, other than maybe regular show. But yeah. So regular show and Phineas and Ferb have their fair share of bad episodes. They're not immune to it just because they're really good overall. That being said, those episodes don't tank the series all that much. But
Yeah.
yeah. Ferb episode is good is a lie.
I wouldn't even agree with that narrative. But yeah, like that every like
Bro, Ferb TV, holy shit.
all right. Is that all you had to say about Phineas and Ferb?
Yep.
All right. So this one shouldn't shock anybody. You might have noticed I haven't like as much as I love the superhero stuff, I've only brought up The Boys. There is one other TV show that is made. It's even part of the MCU. I think I would think so because a certain character appears in a Spider-Man movie. It's the Punisher TV series. No, I didn't count Daredevil because Daredevil is really it's like Punisher's its own thing. Daredevil is barely brought up. There's like some side characters, but if you don't know, the Punisher is one of my favorite Marvel characters. If you don't know the backstory, it's told in the show, but it's like the very I wouldn't call it a spoiler because it's the very first thing you see in the show is or not the very first thing, but like you find out really quick what happened. If you watched any of the Punisher movies of the 2000s or the 1980 one with Dolph Lundgren, that's the 80s
Oh, you
movie.
mean the guy from Sharknado 5?
Is he actually in that man? He went from playing the
In the end
Punisher.
he's in the end of Sharknado 5. He comes in as the protagonist's son who time traveled from the future. And then in the next movie, he's just gone with a message. Hey, Dad, sorry I couldn't be here. I had to leave.
had to go,
What?
had more to worry about. Anyways, but basically, if you watch any of those movies, basically the Punisher lost his family, and he went on a killing spree to find the people who murdered his family. And basically, the show kind of sets up that like Frank already did do that, but like it turns out that there was probably more to it than just that. There's also a lot about his military background. Like I'm trying to think like how can I say certain things just not to spoil it. It's an amazing show. There's only 2 seasons, with only 13 episodes each. John Berthal plays an amazing Punisher, in my opinion. I believe Fisk makes an appearance. I can't remember. It's been a little bit since I watched it. I'm rewatching it right now, but I think that is true. At the very least, if you are going to like watch Daredevil, you should also watch Punisher as well. There's also another thing is weirdly enough, Marvel did have the right for Daredevil, Punisher, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist, but they never. What?
Continue. Okay, you said Iron Fist, and I was just thinking of Screwtax, the prediction list, and of characters that should die in Infinity War, and Iron Fist was number 1.
Well, like he doesn't even appear. Like it's weird. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to ramble on about a little bit was the fact that like these characters are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They are like there. They exist. But the thing is they don't really like get brought up. Okay, the only time you see any of them is in Spider-Man No Way Home, where Daredevil, aka Matt Murdock, comes in and he's like, "Hey, they're gonna like I'm a good lawyer and shit. That's why I can grab a brick when it's getting thrown up to your house." There's also She-Hulk. He makes another appearance and he does the Walk of Shame. Please laugh. No, you gotta do the actual Seth Rogen laugh. Anyways, so and then Fisk, aka Kingpin, makes an appearance in he makes an appearance in I almost said Spider-Man. He makes an appearance in Hawkeye, the TV show. But that's about it. There's not much else. Really weird that this show like I think it's one of the few shows that I'm like, yeah, you should watch. Like, you should watch it, even if you're not like the biggest Marvel guy. Like, the story's still really good. The action's fucking awesome. Like, Punisher is just a cool character to watch, in my opinion, and maybe that's just because I love the Punisher and I've been obsessed with them ever since I saw the 2004 movie when I was a kid. I don't know. You should also, at the very least, watch one of the Punisher movies. I don't know why. It'd just be fun. You might have a good time. I don't know. I haven't watched 2004. I actually own 2004 on DVD. I need to watch it. But anyways, yeah, my number 2 was The Punisher. Hey, so when are we going to talk about The Punisher? Never. Oh, okay. It's weird. You know what's weird? Okay, so I told these two about it, but I'll tell the audience. So, none of the movies I think are on Disney Plus. Like none of the Punisher movies are on Disney Plus.
Well, why not? It totally fits with their brand.
To be fair, the only one I would fully understand why they wouldn't have it is the 80s one, because Marvel doesn't give a shit about the 80s projects they made, or even the 70s. They don't like.
I'm just thinking of this funny. I'm thinking of this funny tweet where it's like, "Hey, the Marvel shows are on Disney Plus now," and it shows this clip of this guy making out with a girl in a bed.
What? Oh.
I don't know which show that was specifically.
What are you gonna say, Roxy?
I remember. Oh, I said, "It's 1990s Doctor Strange."
1970s Doctor Strange.
Sorry, 1970s. I remember when She-Hulk came out. Wasn't it like viscerally hated by everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a shitty show. Like, and that's coming from someone who's like Even if you remove the twerking scene, it's not good. It's not good. It is not a banger, and trust me,
Anti-woke
like,
anti-woke YouTubers were so pissed off at that last shot in the trailer of She-Hulk carrying a guy.
look at this. Look what they're doing to mine. Look what they're doing.
Um,
This is gonna be you. Yeah, no. She-Hulk's a bad show. Don't watch it unless you want to. Unless you want to scream your head off. Also, okay, I know we're talking about the Punisher TV show here, but I want to just bring it up. One of the Punishers died in the void, and I think it's the Punisher from Punisher Warzone, specifically. They're just dead. They just died in the void. And when they're asked which one died, which Punisher was it, because there was like 5 of them, Blade response was, "There's only one Blade, and there's only going to be one Blade." And I think that's funny because then they canceled the Blade TV show or the Blade movie that they were working on, which I think is just 12 times funnier. Anyways, sorry, enough Marvel talk. Maybe we could do an entire episode ranking our fucking least favorite or favorite Marvel movies. Who knows? All right.
Ranking every MCU movie.
Iron Man is S tier. Okay, sorry. Continue. Sirplaysalot, your turn.
All right.
You're number 1.
Already at number 1.
Yepers.
All right. Okay. Basically, this is the show I haven't seen since 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I plan to rewatch it soon. Probably when I end this semester, which would already be over by the time this comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
Is it Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated?
No, but if we were doing top 10, it would be on there. This show, like, I probably wouldn't be the same person without this show. As for one, it helped me get out of that stupid girls are icky phase as a child.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, it's because this is where I really started to pay attention online, as well as get a better understanding of why I love the media I engage with. A lot of people were doing analysis and reviews on the show.
I think I know what it is.
And any last minute guesses on to what it is?
Oh,
Is it-
a
is
lot
it-
of people.
It's my
Go.
it's my Little Pony. Friendship is Magic.
Oh my god,
It's
you're
clearly Teen Titans Go because everybody was analyzing it.
I knew
No,
it.
it
No
it-
longer a
How
sidekick.
did you
No,
guess?
that's not me.
Wait, Caroline,
Picture
did you
my
look at my
booty up
DeviantArt
in
bio
front.
and
No.
see that it's number 1?
No, because I remember you telling us in an episode, when you were talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you brought up how My Little Pony helped you get through 2020. So I immediately was like, that has to be somewhere. Like, I think you said MLP fanfictions, but I could be wrong. But I just immediately, when you brought up that girls were icky, I was like, okay, this is My Little Pony. There's no way it's not. Right? Like, I mean, I can't believe I guessed that.
Watch your adventure with me.
I
The
already know.
adventure, nothing fun. Hasbro released the entire series on DVD, please. Sharing kindness, it's an easy.
So which
adventure.
MLP cares everybody in the podcast?
Speaking of characters, I'll just say it. This is up there with Xenoblade 2 and even SpongeBob for having my favorite cast of characters of all time. I love them. Twilight's the adorable book nerd. Fluttershy's sweet and kind. Applejack is going to the country fair and the least interesting, element of Harmony. I mean, honesty is a good trait to have, but compared to stuff like magic, loyalty, and generosity, and yeah, I know the importance. I just, yeah. Rainbow Dash is, of course, awesome. The reason why she took over the internet back in the early 2010s, and why the show in general took over the world back then.
Mm-hmm.
So not many people today, I think, realize how great this show is.
Yeah.
Yes, from what I do remember, yes, Twilight was a bit shoehorned in some of the episodes of season 1, even though she is the main character, but thankfully they changed the dynamic for the lessons of the week of, now it's everyone's turn. Everyone will get their own time in the spotlight, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else is great? The music. Because even the bad episodes have, like, great songs, I feel.
Yeah.
And the show looks so cute. Charming.
Yeah.
Such an amazing looking art style that, again, this is the reason that, one of the main reasons why this show took over the world back in, like, the early 2010s. So it really is great.
You might even say it's fantastic.
Oh, I was avoiding using that word.
You weren't going to use it, I am.
Actually, more than great. It's amazing. I love this show. I want to revisit it so badly. I want to own it on DVD so badly. And no, this is not the last time I'll be asking for a complete series set from you, Hasbro. You will hear from me more and more, so my demands are met.
All right.
And I'm not done.
Oh, okay. No, keep going then. Yeah.
Great music. Yeah, this is not just, at least from my remember, it's not just one of my favorite shows. It's one of my favorite pieces of media, period. I really do love it that much. I can't wait to revisit it real soon. And that's it.
Okay. All right. Shall we guess what Roxy's number 1 is? I think I can guess it right now.
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
I turned myself into a predictable answer! Unpredictable answer, Rick!
Well, tell us what's so great about the Funny Pickle Rick show.
Funny Pickle Show.
Yeah, the Funny Haha Pickle show.
No, so like Rick and Morty is kind of an anomaly. So like, you know how a lot of other long running shows like just drop off and then never come back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, actually, SpongeBob did come back for seasons 10 and 11, then got bad again.
Yeah. That is true.
I mean, one, it has 10 episodes per season, so there aren't actually that many episodes in each season. So they put a lot of effort into the ones that they do make. And in addition, when the show did drop off in quality, which was season 3, and then seasons 4 and 5 weren't. And seasons 3, 4, and 5 were better than season 3 because there were still good seasons, but season 5 was really consistent in quality with the episodes. So seasons 3 through 5 are like, I guess, the dark era of Rick and Morty. The show is only bad in season 3. Season 3 is absolutely abysmal. But I honestly think that might have worked out in the show's favor, because rather than just being a show that starts off really strong and then gets worse over time, it's a show that starts off really strong, had a bad season, and then gradually re-improved until it was back to the quality of the first 2 seasons.
Wow. That is crazy to think about. Didn't get the SpongeBob treatment.
Yeah,
Who
I think
just
that's
passed
cool.
gas?
I didn't.
I didn't.
Not me. What was
So
that
I'd like to
sound?
mention Rick and Morty.
Scooted back
Okay,
in my chair.
if anybody believed that Disney brand bullshit, Rick and Morty just utterly destroys it.
But that's actually Warner Brothers because it's a
That
subsidiary.
Disney didn't actually make it, so it's just
Okay,
on their streaming
but
service.
Morty Smith, the 14-year-old, gets raped by Tom Kenny.
Yeah, but it wasn't made by Disney. You're not understanding the point. I don't know why I'm trying to sound like Timmy from South Park. But yeah, I agree. It's bullshit. Have not watched Rick and Morty yet. But I knew that'd be your
But
number
we
one.
will.
Oh yeah, we will. Anything else you gotta say about it?
The most one ever.
I hope mine ain't very predictable.
Breaking Bad.
Well, we're just all guessing our number ones. Yes, it's Breaking Bad.
I knew it!
I can't deny this show is really good. The characters are iconic. The the atmosphere and the story and the complexity and the characters, I don't know what else I can say that the internet hasn't already said. So let's just go over some bullet points. The characters, all of them are good. They're well written. You always wonder if Walt's gonna get caught or if Walt's gonna like get in any trouble with anything, especially with Hank being part of the DEA. There's a lot of moments where a lot of characters are close to death and you think they're gone, but then like they barely scrape by. Um, like every villain, it gets from good to bad to somehow even worse. Like as in like it goes from like oh it's these like you think that the villain's gonna be like these drug dealers. Oh no, that's bad because they're gonna try to kill Walt and Jesse. But then it's like, oh, you think that's bad? Okay, well, how about someone who's going to be using them to get drugs? And you're like, okay, well, now it can't get any worse than that. It's a guy literally forcing them to do drug work, otherwise he would murder them. Oh, Nazis? Fucking Nazis? Are you kidding me? How does it get this bad? Or at the very least, like this bad shit. Like it go like I'm not gonna spoil who any of the villains are, but like you get that little taste of the villains, and you're like, oh my god, these people are going like it goes from bad to worse to even fucking worse. But like that's what I like about it. There's always stakes in this show. The character of Walter White, aka Carl Heisenberg, is a very amazing and unique character arc for any character in a TV show. The relationship between Skylar White, you can't help but feel bad for her. Every character serves a purpose. And the story, again, is just amazing. And yes, Better Call Saul is also really good.
For some reason.
What? What's for some reason? Okay. So, Roxy, I can't hear you. I see your light green, glowing green, but I can't hear you. I wonder why. What in the world?
I said, isn't Skylar the most hated character for some reason?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because, oh my gosh, why would you care if your husband's a drug dealer? You're supposed to be supportive. She's so annoying. Marie, on the other hand, I understand that way more. But, especially season 1 Marie, because I don't like season 1 Marie. But, like, later on, she gets better. Also, the line, kill yourself, Walt, is fucking hilarious. Just kill yourself. It's such a funny line. Like, out of context. In context, it's just sad, and it's like, yeah. Yeah, the show's just really good. I have nothing else to say. If you want a good drama series, I highly recommend just sitting down and watching Breaking Bad. It's only 5 seasons, and also watch Better Call Saul and watch El Camino. I'm not the biggest fan of El Camino. I think it has a few problems, but overall, this entire series that Vince Gilligan did is really fucking good. And that's all I have to say. Alright.
Well,
Okay,
it
now
was-
we are on to our final thoughts. If anybody has any other shows to recommend, I don't, but like, final thoughts on these lists. Are we all proud with our list that we have?
I mean, I was pretty sold on it for a month, so yeah, damn well I'm proud of it.
What about you, Roxy?
If you can hear me, then sure.
Yeah, we can hear you.
That I'm pretty happy about my list.
All right. Well, this was a long time coming. 15 episodes. We're on episode 15. Gamers, ain't that crazy? I think it's crazy that we've been going for this long. But I mean, I wasn't thinking like we wouldn't make it this far or something, but it's cool that we got to this point.
Meanwhile, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory episode is just gonna destroy us when we record that one.
It's going to be a weird one. I still need to actually sit down and watch that movie. When you said like we weren't doing that episode this week, I was kind of happy because I didn't want to just sit down and watch it on a Monday. But
Yeah, I was kind of happy since I got to do mine early.
yeah, and it can get done quicker.
I know, and it was a motivational boost I need since I am a bit stressed out at school lately.
Valid. Okay, well, since then, since we're talking about other episodes of the podcast, next time on the Vulture Culture Podcast, I guess.
Yeah, next time is the FNAF
God,
sequel episode.
Fuck! Just realized. Oh, the FNAF. Oh, yippee! FNAF Sister Location Pizzeria Simulator and Ultimate Custom Night. I can't believe we're going to be talking about these games. Some of them are pretty good, you know.
And the one my MacBook can't run, World.
Can't believe I got to talk about this game again. Hey, I guess you know what? I'm glad I played Security Breach because now I can say it's the second worst FNAF game I've played. Golly, I can't believe it.
Yay!
No, that does not mean FNAF World's a good game. And that does not change my opinion on it. But,
Actually, I was going to say how FNAF World destroyed everything when, but no, I just remembered it's your second worst now.
FNAF World, there is already a video. It's titled How FNAF World Ruined FNAF. Or it's FNAF World Ruined FNAF. Which, you know what? That video is now obsolete, because now I've played FNAF Security Breach. And that game's even fucking worse!
Yay!
I'm gonna bring up, like, you know what? Pizzeria Simulator, it brought the series to a good ending. I wonder what they're gonna do next. Oh my god, they made FNAF they made UCN. Or not UCN, oh my god. UCN was a good game. I loved UCN. I still love UCN. I don't care what anybody says. It's an endurance test. Well, you know what? Just get good. I mean, just, who cares about... Anyway, we'll be talking about that next time.
I'll let you.
Episode 17 will be Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
This is another choice of mine.
Yep. And then episode...
Granted, it's a normal episode and not a special one like this.
Yeah. Episode 18 is another me pick. I can't wait. We're talking about Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. AKA
Yeah, from 2015.
No,
oh, wait.
no.
Actually, that one's not even called Fantastic Four. It's Fantastic.
Yeah, this one is Fantastic Four from 2005, which, honestly, if we ever do, like, top 10 favorite superhero movies, that would probably be my top 10. I love that movie so much. I have grown a deeper connection with that movie over the years. And if anybody asks me why, I don't know. I just really enjoy it. Every time I rewatch it, I'm like, man, this is actually pretty fucking good. What the hell? But yeah, Fantastic Four will be that. Oh my god, I just threw my phone at myself. And then we'll be talking about
Stranger Things Season 2.
And also, we apologize to Roxy because Roxy didn't get to pick because episode 20 is their special pick.
That being?
Wait,
Roxy,
what?
Roxy, you say what?
The audio cut out. I couldn't hear what you said.
Oh, what?
Roxy,
what's your special?
announce what episode 20 is.
What number 20 is?
The fictional crushes.
Oh man, that's gonna be chaotic.
It's probably going to be the most chaotic episode yet.
Who knows?
It's just going to be a disorganized, horny argument.
I'm literally going to be like, I have no say in this matter the entire time. Because I only have very few select crushes.
It's not a list. It's not a list.
Yeah.
We can go on for as long as possible.
Mine is probably going to be boring since all mine are the conventionally attractive ones.
And then after episode 20...
And then I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to come in and be like, fucking, Crash Bandicoot!
Episode 20 will be another special episode because we are bringing on another guest.
21?
Oh, sorry, yeah, 21. Episode 21 will be another episode because we have a special guest who will be joining us.
And that being Pantherino.
Yep, Pantherino will be here for Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. Oh, man.
This will be my first time playing the Danganronpa games.
I'm excited.
As before then, I only watched Trevor play Ultra the Spirit Girls.
Yeah, you'll love Danganronpa 1, I promise you. And
Please tell me it's not nothing like Ultra the Spirit Girls.
No, it's nowhere near Ultra Despair Girls.
Not just in gameplay, but in story and tone.
The story and tone is completely different.
Okay, good.
Along with that, episode 22 will be Shantae. Half Genie Hero. I don't know why I stopped at just Shantae. There's already a game called Shantae. It's for the Game Boy Color. And then for episode 23 will be one of the things we talked about today. Rick and Morty.
Season 1.
Season 1. This was a Roxy pick, by the way. And that's all I'm going to reveal, because Sir still has one more choice to pick, and then we're on to episode 25. And episode 25 is currently still not going to be revealed. Not for a good while. I hope you all are excited, because I know I am for episode 25. It's going to be amazing, and I hope you all love it. But anyways, I think we...
Anyways, hello, thank you for watching. Hello, thank you for watching. Hello, thank you for watching.
Hello, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Release the full series on DVD, Hasbro.
Thank you for watching. Hello, thank you for watching.
And if you guys want to support us, we have links down below. A lot of links, actually. You should click them all. You should click every single one of them. And you should watch every single one of our videos.
My favorite link in the description is the Ocarina of Time one.
Yeah, you will not regret it. We have a lot more to talk about in the near future. See you guys next week for the episode 17. Or, sorry, 17. Jesus Christ, we skipped one. 16, where we talk about FNAF World!